Well, hey there, native plant enthusiasts. This is Santino, Education Coordinator for Bowman's Hill Wildflower Preserve, coming at you with another native plant highlight. Today, I'm going to showcase another one of my favorites. This is Corylus americana, also known as the American hazelnut. Many of you might be more familiar with the European variety of this species, Corylus maxima, and that's because that is the more commercially viable species as it produces larger nuts. Now, the nuts produced by Corylus americana, while small, or smaller, I should say, are still edible and, in fact, enjoyed by a great number of our native wildlife, including squirrels, deer, and a variety of game birds. In fact, the male reproductive part, the male catkins, which you can see developing right here. Ooh. If I can get it to focus on it and showcase it. There you go. Are one of the favorite food sources of our state bird, the ruffed grouse, during the wintertime when things get harsh. So those catkins, again, begin developing now in the fall. And come springtime, they will be chock full of pollen, which the plant then casts into the air in hopes of landing on the female reproductive parts, the flower. So this plant does not require an insect pollination partner to fertilize its seeds to perform pollination. Instead, it is a wind-pollinated plant, much like our pines and our walnuts. All right. Now, should the pollen of the male catkin land on the flower of this plant, you'll develop into the chestnuts that we see. And here's an example of what those fruits look like. And you can see the protective bracts of the flower protect the seed as they develop itself. And then if I turn, you can see I've peeled some of those bracts away so you can see the developing nut inside. All right. Now left on the tree, right, that would eventually turn brown like that. And it would then drop its seeds to the ground and continue to sprout again in the future. Now, many of us are familiar with the hazelnut because we enjoy hazelnut and chocolate, which is a delicious, delicious combination. But it wasn't until about the 1860s, despite the long history that hazelnut has with humanity, that we had that great association with chocolate. In fact, there's archaeological evidence of hazelnut dating back in ancient China, almost 10,000 years, and records of it being utilized throughout Europe, until the present day. Now, back in the 1860s, the Italian government laid heavy taxes on chocolate, which almost put lots of chocolatiers out of business. And we have, legend goes, Pierre Paul Schafarel to thank for that first introduction of hazelnuts into the chocolate mixture as a way to save money and kind of skirt those taxes. So thank you for that deliciousness. He called the chocolate hazelnut combination gianduja, which is the traditional loaf. It is a hard chocolate brick with the hazelnuts whole roasted inside. Today, you can still purchase that, and by tradition, it is about 30% hazelnut to the rest for the whole ingredient mixture. Now, many of us are familiar with a delicious chocolate hazelnut spread, and it wasn't until about the 1950s when that spread first came into existence, and that was a result of cocoa butter accidentally being mixed in with the gianduja, which turned it more into a spreadable paste, which is still served today. If you look at the amount of hazelnuts within that paste, though, it's only about 13%, so it's not the same as your traditional gianduja, but it is still quite delicious. Anyway, so that is the American hazelnut. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little highlight. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel so you can continue getting these native plant highlights as well as any other videos that we post. Comment below what your favorite native is, and interact with us, and thanks for being part of the community. And until next time, I encourage all of you to continue experiencing what's natural and learn what's native. And until next time, I'm out.